Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to check a fresh release from Eduard. It's a kit in 1/72nd scale and it comes as a part of weekend edition release. So it copies MiG-21MF in a small scale, so it should be quite an interesting build, and that's why I decided to take a closer look. We have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review, and we are going to open it together and check what is actually supplied in this nice box. So first of all, I have to say that box art is really great here. I mean, we have a nice ship here, we have a really interesting marking option and all this stuff. I mean, the marking option can be copied with the decals which are included into this kit. Box size is quite standard for a 72nd scale release from Eduard. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Next, on the side we have some safety information, address of the manufacturer and kit number. By the way, kit number is 7458, and I can see the price here is 23 euros because it's 22.95. And on the opposite side here you can see 4 marking options which are included inside. In case you missed it, Eduard recently revised the weekend edition kit, so that's why we get more marking options out of the box, and this is really great in my opinion because it will give you a better choice of markings. It's a top opening box, and here's what we have inside. Let's say the packaging is quite full, but all parts should be intact. They come in the resealable plastic bag, and I'm going to open it right now and we will take a closer look together in order to see what is actually supplied in this nice box. So first of all, on the top we have another plastic bag. Here we have clear parts, so I'm going to open them as well. Just give me a second and we will take a closer look together. So these are the canopy parts, and I will place them like this maybe. Let's zoom in as much as we can. And here you can see that we have really a nice molding quality. Of course, with this stuff you can copy the open cockpit, which is quite important feature even in such tiny scale, so do not underestimate it. And of course, this is a weekend edition kit, that's why we do not get any masks in the kit, and in case you would need them, you will have to get them as a separate aftermarket set, which is sold by Eduard, by the way, so just get it together when you will be ordering this set. Next we continue with a plastic sprue made out of gray plastic. Let's not zoom out with this one because it's full of small elements, that's why it's better to go in a zoomed in view. Maybe I'll open the lenses so that it will be a bit brighter. Here we have various parts for landing gear, also for the cockpit here, and also this Pamela's nose cone, which on this kit it can be installed after painting the whole model. These are the panels for the main wheel well. We also have a cockpit floor which is molded together with a nose landing gear wheel well, and here we have some parts for the cockpit as well. So all in all, this is a quite, I would say, detailed plastic kit even without PE parts. So as long as you are willing to properly paint all these parts, you will be getting a really nice result out of the box. Next, we continue with the armament sprue. So this is also a nice bonus. I won't be zooming in, maybe we can just get closer just like that, because here you can see all the armament parts which are coming as a standard bonus in this kit. You shouldn't be worried about spending some extra money because all this stuff comes as a standard bonus in a plastic kit, and that's really great thing from Eduard because it gives you a, I would say, needed variety for such aircraft. And here we continue with the last gray plastic sprue. This one comes with a fuselage house. Here we have the tail fin, which is molded together with the rudder and also with the section of the fuselage, and that's really handy design because it will give you a quite smooth joint between these parts. You won't have to worry about any possible gaps in this area. The same can be said about design of the lower section, which is molded together with the wing. But let's zoom in a bit. Here you can see, for example, wing mechanization parts, tail wings. That's the nose section of the fuselage. Here we have also the nozzle, which is molded separately, so if I lift it like this, you can see that it's molded as a single piece part. Next we continue with wing parts. So external features are pretty much standard and they should look good on the finished model. Here we have another type of the nozzle. Next we continue with tail wing, and here we have this top insert which we discussed before. By the way, inside we have some guiding elements, so it will be easy to align everything together. As for the cockpit, it will be inserted in between fuselage halves, so it should be quite an easy task to do. Next, we proceed with decals. So here we have this resealable plastic bag with 2 decal sheets inside, and I can see that there is a segmentation, but let's open it and check what is actually supplied here, because it will be interesting to see how this decal sheet is designed. Just give me a second to open it. And I have to admit that the size of this decal sheet is surprisingly big for 1/72 scale release, even though even model in the, let's say, finished state won't be taking a lot of space. So let's close the lenses and maybe zoom in, and now you can see that we have a segmentation here. We have also this dolphin painted here or printed here, which can be applied on the fuselage. Note that we have all the necessary separation, and it will be needed in order to get it in a, let's say, proper shape on the aircraft. And here, by the way, you can see also some other markings for this aircraft. That's the decals for the cockpit, which is quite valuable addition because we do not get a PE set in weekend edition kit. So these decals will actually replace some small features in the cockpit which are usually copied with PE parts. Next, I'm opening another, let's say, decal sheet. Here it is. This one is full of various stencils, and again, printing quality is really good. If I bring it closer here, you can check all these writings in a bit more zoomed in view. Yes, it will be tedious to apply all these symbols, but believe me, it's worth it, so don't be lazy, apply them all, and you'll see the actual result of it. Next, we continue with assembly manual. So this one comes as a quite thick color printed brochure. Let's zoom out a bit. Here on the first page we have a short history note about the actual aircraft, and next we proceed with a parts map. So blue color means that these parts will not be used. Pay attention to this because some parts are given in 2 versions, so that's why you have to use the right one. Assembly process starts with a pilot cockpit floor, but we build first the nose, landing gear, wheel wells, then we start working on the cockpit. And here we proceed with engine nozzle, also main wheel wells, and then we install all this stuff in between fuselage halves. We get the lower wing half ready and then join it together with the fuselage as well as this top insert here. So quite an interesting design in my opinion, because it makes it easier to avoid any possible gaps. Basically you have to work only on this nose area. And note that the nose cone is still not installed. We just get the O-ring here, and that's pretty much all. Then we work on the wing mechanization and some landing gear parts. Next, we proceed with air brake, which can be assembled in an open position, and that's quite a nice variety to have out of the box. And here you can see landing gear installation for the main section. Here we proceed with the rocket thrusters if you would like to have them on your aircraft. And then we have a pilot seat. By the way, the pilot seat can be upgraded with a brassing set, so it's up to you. And only here we install the pitot tube and also the nose cone, which, as I said, can be installed after the painting the whole model. Here we also have to decide whether you would like to open the cockpit or close it. So canopy will let's say need some additional parts and also some stencils inside. And then we have a separate assembly manual for the armament and also loadout scheme, so that you can decide how you would like to let's say equip your aircraft. That's the first marking option, which comes from Poland 2002. Next we proceed, by the way, I can see that it's from Poznan. Next, we proceed with Czechoslovak aircraft from October 1991, another one from German Democratic Republic 1990. Next, one more from Egypt 1988, and then we have a quite extensive stenciling guide. As you can see, a lot of tiny writings to apply here and there on the aircraft. So it will be quite a work to do, but it will be worth it. And here you can see also a list of the original accessories for this kit. They will add some fine features to the aircraft, so in case you would like to have all this stuff on your model, definitely go for it. And of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a list. Do not forget forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!